Frost County and conference rivals meet in a win-or-go-home scenario tonight here in Tiffin, where top-seeded Madison about to battle arch-rival and nemesis Lexington for a spot in the Division III District Finals. And you can watch it all go down live and free right here on the OH Report. I've got your pregame coverage, opening kickoff from Frost-Kalnow Stadium, all coming up next.
Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
we're here for you.
So I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
We welcome you to our pregame show presented by Charter Next Generation Rivalry Showdown. Tournament life at stake here tonight. We've got Richland County foes Madison and Lexington set for a rematch from their September 30th meeting. Only this time it determines who moves on to Thursday's district championship match. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Frost-Kalnow Stadium. I am Brian Skowronski, and playoff soccer is definitely in the air. We've got an all OCC showdown here tonight determining who will advance a district semifinal within Division III. The Lexington Minutemen building a little bit of late season momentum and feeling like they've got an opportunity here tonight to right their wrong during the regular season and get it done to continue their tournament journey as they have done so many times, because it was not all that long ago that the Minutemen were definitely big brother to everybody within the district. We're talking about the Division II before they reshaped everything last year and knocked out at this level last season in the semifinals. But before that, they had won 6 straight district crowns, 8 of them since 2014. They shook off a little bit of a shaky last month, but they knock off Wapakoneta in overtime. Big time win for them, protecting what was theirs at home. And with Peter Tim at the command, you just always feel like this team has an opportunity. One of the best coaches that we have in North Central Ohio, and certainly feels like this team is going to be up for the challenge here tonight. And if they are, they're probably going to have to lean on their golden boy versus Wapakoneta. That's right. Cohen Lautzenhiser provided a big-time goal on a penalty kick to actually seal their fate in overtime, punch their ticket here into the round of districts. He provides a really big target within the attacking third. He's a physical player that just demands attention pretty much any time he steps within the box. So if you see number 3 coming in and around that 18, certainly you feel like Madison is going to have to try to protect, try to at least throw one body at him and throw him off of his comfort zone. He can play pretty well with his face towards the goal, maybe try to get him to come back, track in a little bit. That is going to be one of the tasks at hand here tonight for the Madison Rams. We're going to tell you about Madison as our pregame coverage continues when we bring it back here to Frost-Kalnow Stadium, your Charter Next Gen pregame show. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Stay there.
supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
American Homestead Exteriors, a father and daughter team right here in Mansfield. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters. Done right. No stress, no hidden fees. That's hard work, honest results.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Happy Halloween!
Your pregame coverage continues here in Tiffin, Ohio. That's right. Lexington and Madison making the drive from Richland County up here to compete for a chance to move on to the district championship round coming up back here on Thursday night. D3 district semifinal soccer just about set to get underway. You're looking at the number 1 seed in the Madison Rams. And here is a bit about their story this season. About 16 victories. They've only lost twice all year. Those losses coming to St. Francis de Sales, really good team. They've got double-digit wins. And then at Olentangy Berlin, a team that's only lost once. They've got 13 victories. And this is a squad comprised of basically all seniors that are going to be in the starting lineup here tonight, seeking their first district championship in 25 years. So it's been quite a long wait. But the Rams feel like they have the goods. They've got the horses to get it done this season. They were right on the doorstep a year ago. They had the lead late in the game in the district final against Sandusky Perkins, and Perkins would go on to beat them at the end of that game in a thrilling contest that you watch live and free on the OH Report. But that man right there, Joey Walker, definitely not satisfied with just getting to the district final. He certainly feels like he wants to win it. He and Randy Jamison, the two captains tonight for the Madison Rams. And Joey Walker is going to be our player spotlight, presented by Charter Next Gen. Recently named the OCC Offensive Player of the Year for the second consecutive season. I mean, this kid's just got quickness and handles like a spider monkey. He really does almost double, like he's got monkey-style feet. That's how good he is with the connectivity to the soccer ball when he is out there. We're talking about a 4-year starter, a dude that's got 63 goals over the last 2 seasons, and I'm told just scored his lucky 100th goal against the young man that's up here in the press box with us here from Columbian. That is going to be a memory for him to have for years to come. But Joey Walker, Randy Jameson, 2 of the very best that we have in North Central Ohio. Really love what those 2 guys are able to bring night in, night out. The motor always running for each of them, and just truly some very gifted players. And over on the flip side, for Lexington, this is a veteran team too. It hasn't been exactly your older brother's Lex team in terms of the victories, their few that they've had in a regular season in quite some time, but they do have 8 seniors on the roster this year, and they've got some awful good ones, as I already detailed and spotlighted a little bit earlier. Cohen Lautzenhiser, he's had an exceptional senior campaign. We've got other all-OCC performers as well. When you look down the lineup at number 8, Ashton Voice, who is one of the captains here tonight. He is an assist magnet for them, but that big smile there for Joey Walker kind of lets you know that he's ready for prime time, a guy that basically was born at the high school level expecting the spotlight, and he has certainly ate it up with his opportunities that he's had. Rams all lined up, Lexington on the far side of the field. I believe they will make their march out there, and we will get the playing of our national anthem. Here on a bit of a cooler night now that the sun is starting to set in Tiffin. 56 degrees, clear skies though, so we're looking at some fabulous conditions for playoff soccer, just like we had in the earlier match, and it was a dandy too. We had Salina and then St. Mary's Memorial. Salina led that thing basically the entire way, and then 2 goals in the last 7 minutes by the Rough Riders ended up stealing one. Hartenstein with one in the back, about 3 minutes to go off of a corner kick. And St. Mary's is moving on into their district championship round. Always one of the best parts of high school soccer, the run out, and maybe you're making eye contact with somebody over on the far side, might just be locked in to your own teammates and just trying to fill it out. Get your playoff legs underneath you. Win or go home. That is the beauty of this time of year. So much on the line, and everybody fighting for the exact same thing, trying to keep their season alive and just get one step closer to the ultimate goal, raising a state championship. Neither of these teams have done it. Lexington's been awful close during this recent stretch under Peter Tem. State Final Four on a couple of different appearances, but left out on the doorstep, never made it to a state final. See if they can keep their season alive tonight against the number 1 seed, as we now pause for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. So the table is now set for some district semifinal action. Let me show you guys how we've gotten to this point here in the tournament. As you see, the Rams an 8-0 victor over Columbia, and that was at their place last week. Lexington needed a thrilling 2-1 golden goal victory over Wapakoneta, the number 6 seed, over the weekend to punch their ticket and move on. And waiting on the opposite side of the bracket, you see it's the top 4 teams out of this district that have all made it. The Southview Cougars and the defending district champions in the Perkins Pirates. But this one is about this matchup here tonight. Number 1 versus number 4. And no love lost between these two soccer communities. They've had such a great rivalry going, and you look at just during these last 4 seasons, 2-2. Rams have won the last couple. Lexington won the 2 before that. And it's really been, since Pete Tem has been the coach at Lexington, they've kind of had the run of play in this head-to-head. However, definitely been some fantastic seasons for the Madison Rams, where they've been able to get close on the doorstep of winning district championships. One that really comes to mind, the 2019 game that went down at Malabar in Mansfield between these two programs. And a throw-in, header, flick into the back of the net. One of the coolest endings that I've ever seen to a playoff game. Lexington ended up moving on that year, and just a spectacular ending to their season too, making a nice deep tournament run. But each of these squads, certainly that season, they had what it took. They had the weaponry to try to get it done. We'll see if Lexington does here tonight. So I think that they're going to be coming in a very confident group and definitely aren't going to shy away. They're very well aware of what is at stake and, of course, what they're up against here tonight with Madison, a team that they see every single season. But how do they get it done? Here are my keys to victory for the Lexington Minutemen. Just feel like you've got to go out there and just crowd the interior. Madison is so good with the ball at their feet, and in particular, we already talked about Joey Walker and just how dynamic of a playmaker he can be. Jamison likes to make moves up the middle as well. And then empty the tank. You've got a fairly deep roster. Make sure when you're getting your minutes that you are going at full speed the entire time. And Coach, he's going to give you your blows and your breathers when it is necessary. So come out and just try to make things tough for Madison in the middle of the field. Give it all you got. And I think Lexington might just surprise some folks out there in the greater North Central Ohio soccer community. Many that I've talked to over the last several weeks just feel like Madison's on a different level. Everyone's kind of playing for second right now in this district, but we kind of felt that way a season ago too. And as mentioned, didn't exactly catch any breaks in their last game against Sandusky Perkins, the team that also knocked Lexington out of the tournament last year. A 1-2 game and a shootout game that I saw, and you can go back and watch live and free. That was a dandy. Had a freshman keeper, Buga, on the opposite side for the Pirates, who ended up being my game MVP. So there is Lexington. Taking a look now with the number 1 seed and the Rams of Madison as they lay out the non-starters. Let me jump into my keys to victory tonight for Madison. Got to show your experience, man. It is all seniors pretty much all the time out there. Act like it. Most of you have been playing bare minimum the last 3 years at the varsity level, and a handful definitely have been involved for Coach Lord for the last 4 seasons. And then win those 1 versus 1 showdowns. You've got the 2, maybe even the 3 most talented players that are going to be out there on the pitch tonight. So if you just go out there and you showcase that, you go head-to-head right at some of these Lexington defenders, I feel like certainly the Rams can get it done here tonight, as they have done 16 times already so far this year. For Coach Lord, Tim Lord, the OCC Coach of the Year, outright champions for the 2nd straight season, 6-0-1, the draw coming at the hands of Worcester, who's having a pretty solid season, still alive in their tournament as well. See the Rams just got kind of a stoic, just championship look about them here tonight. And we've seen these progressions, not just in high school sports, certainly pros and college, where sometimes you got to get over some humps. You got to take a couple of bad experiences in order to reach the ultimate goal. And not that Madison feels like a district championship is that. They have a belief that they are able to get all the way to the state finals. Here's the starters being announced here for the Rams. See if I can crank up the audio for you guys here and hear some of this going out over the loudspeakers.
Senior midfielder, number 8, Nathan Evans. Senior forward, number 13, Joey Walker. Senior midfielder, number 15, Ashton Taylor. Senior defender, number 20, Jordan Clark. Senior midfielder, number 23, Julius Walker. Senior defender, number 25, Lucas Swanger. Senior defender, number 26, Colin Faith. And your keeper, senior number 0, Jerry Wirtz.
So there you have it, the starting lineup for each roster here tonight. And again, my name is Brian Skowronski. I'm going to be on the call with you, but make sure that you become a part of the game as well. Drop me a comment, and I will read it any opportunity that I get here to try to work in the Facebook and the YouTube crowd. We are on our main YouTube channel tonight, BS Media Productions Facebook, along with the OH Report. I want to say what's up to my boy Neil Chitwood. He wishes that this game was closer to the area. Seems like a waste to play this game in Tiffin. I could not agree more, and especially with the restructuring that they've done this year in the Northwest District, where you got to get a pick and choose where you're going. I'd like to see maybe top seed hosting in a district semifinal and then have a location to go from there. This is the first year of this, so there are going to be some changes, I think, along the way. But certainly when you see two Richland County teams, and they've done this, like I was detailing that game back in 2019 when Madison and Lexington played at Mansfield Senior. That was the perfect location, and it totally made sense. Josh says, go Lex, dropping each of the colors out there in the YouTube chat. Jill Nelson cheering on the Rams. Omar Dominguez wants to know if we're in Wisconsin tonight. This is the great Buckeye State. Richland County, Ohio. Trevor Rowden out there. Number 1 Rams fan. Looking to cheer them to a victory tonight as we wrap up our Charter Next Gen pregame. And we are completely ready for action. Walker pitches it back here to the midfield, and we'll see Madison. They've got a lot of guys that can handle. Jordan Clark going to drop it all the way back here to the keep. This is Jerry Wirtz, multi-year starter, big-time performer for the Rams throughout the duration of his career. It's been so fun to watch. But this Madison team, just the development, the growth from the time that they were freshmen, and a lot of these kids getting varsity experience. It was one of those take your lumps early back in 2022, 23, but it opens the door for huge successful campaigns like Tim Lord and the Rams are experiencing right now. So here's Jamison battling for the ball up top. Kind of takes a skip. Now he turns touchline, just shoots it in. And it's going to be deflected out. Last touch by the Rams. Replays tonight presented by Directions Credit Union. Shout out Rochelle Martin and the gang over there. Just looked like Jameson kind of lost his footing a little bit right there. So Lexington off of the restart. Looking to win the ball in the midfield, but again, it's going to be the Rams here with Ashton Taylor. Lexington playing back mostly beyond the midfield portion of the pitch, as this takes kind of a fortuitous hop right at the feet of Joey Walker. And he'll chase it down. It'll be a throw, and on the way here for the Rams. Deep in Minutemen territory. Walker, the captain, expecting it right back. He and Jamison work so well off of one another. Joey just kind of stuck down there. He's trapped. Just great pressure that came over right here from Dom Schroeder, and it leads to an unforced Ram turnover. Minutemen still failing to just get their operation off the ground as Walker dancing, sets up left foot, drives it low. It's deflected, and Lexington trying to get it out of harm's way, but Noah Bluss waiting for it. And that ball will chase out over in front of Peter Tem and the Lexington bench. And that's what you can expect out here on the turf, and a little bit older here as well here at Tiffin. So there's going to be a nice roll to it. You're going to be able to connect a lot more passes, but also on those far sidelines, sometimes the ball can just escape. It can get away from you, as it did right there. A bit of a heavy touch from Clay Hooper, and allows the Rams trying to flip the script, getting it back into the offensive mindset. Walker, gorgeous turn. Here he is with a little bit of foot candy, taking it all the way down. Let's see the call from the AR. It's going to be a goal kick. But just look at this, like a couple of step up, never even touches the ball. That's what's so pretty about it. Schroeder coming over, getting on this hip and making a decision there for Joey Walker. And they are suggesting that it's last touch by the Rams, who win it here out of the sky, but headed right back at them. And a little collision. Thought there that Grant Hebel got tripped up. Referee says play on. Minutemen again lose possession. Take it on the hop here by Julius. Now Carter Bohm, I think kind of off the inside portion of his foot. Nearly worked out, but it's the Rams getting to it first. Dominating the time of possession here in the first 5 minutes of action. Probably had the ball at their feet for at least a good 4 of them. This is chased in a little bit low. And we're going to get our first set piece on the way. Be a corner kick for the Rams out at the far flag. And this is where Randy Jamison can really shine. Randy, a first-team All-OCC selection, drives this one right into the mixing pot. Not a lot behind that one. And the pace can't beat by Lexington as Luke McGowan just going to shovel it here on the other side of the pitch and at least try to flip the field momentarily, take a little bit of heat off the defensive back line. Great ball there from Carter Branham, just laying it down flat on the surface, setting it up for Jamison. A couple of defenders coming, giving him some looks. Now Nathan Evans sets it up and shots fired over top, but nowhere near the frame.
High shot on goal results in goal kick for Lexington.
Shot taken there by Julius Walker. Rams with a couple of shots, haven't really tested Carter just yet. And here again we go with Joey, kind of undercooked that one. Colin Faith able to deliver it now to Lucas Swanger. Hard press, nice run there by Grant Hebel. And it's going to earn Lexington the ball back. I do love the extra energy and effort just flying into your picture there. And takes it off of Noah Bluth's foot. Goes out, but they'll change the call. They're going to say it belongs to Madison, who just threw it in here to Walker. Walker now with a back tap. Colin Faith surveying. He's going to try to just hunt one down here in the middle. Throw it into the pot. Carter Branham made a charge after it. They'll get it right back to where we started here with Faith. Slides it across the carpet. Double team comes. Now Randy. He's kind of lost the handle on that one, getting it back over to Lex. 8 minutes off the clock. And the sun all but settled behind the trees here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. As we are under the lights. District Championship appearance on the line for the winner of tonight's match. Big heavy touch, but kept in play here by Ian Smith. But they're going to say actually over the boundary. And we've got a throw-in coming up. Looks like a little bit of talking going on between these two units, and so familiar with one another. Walker, left foot, sets it up. Randy settles, turns. Lots to unpack there. Felt like there was some nice adjustments made defensively by Lexington just to get in front, as Walker just so speedy, blows by Smith. Cuts it back in for Randy. But look at that big, hard step. Well done that time by Caden Brown. Just a freshman, but that kid plays well beyond his years. Just absolutely rifled here to the middle off the restart. The Rams going to get there first yet again. As you see Dom Schroeder pill himself up off the turf. Bad ball intercepted here by Hooper. But Lexington, they're just not really finding feet right now. Trying to play everything over the top. This isn't like the Lexington teams that I've been accustomed to seeing over the last several years, where it's a lot of ball control. Several guys that making runs off of players, getting the ball with their back to the goal. So far here tonight, it's been just try to sail some, float it over the top of the Ram defense and see if we can't try to get something going here. Try to catch a lucky bounce or a misplayed ball. It's exactly the case right here by Carter Branham. So it's a throw in here for the Minutemen and a rare one here in enemy territory. Big toss in traffic. Rams get to it first. Batted around a couple of headers. Now slung shot high into the night sky here in Tiffin. Before it finally settles here for Hooper. Try to come in, create some chaos. Faith can't hold him off. But the second swarm comes over and business decision just to put it out. I'll show you that again real quick on the Directions Credit Union replay. So you see Faith having a little bit of backup from Lucas Swanger. Now it's Lexington with the throw. Tossing in here, looking for the big target, Lautzenhiser, and that's where he's most effective, I feel. Down here on the outskirts of the 18 certainly can be a disruptor within it if you get a throw in, set pieces, corner kicks, all those. That is where Cohen is his most effective. Still no score, though. And not a ton of offense really generated from either side. Lexington's done well to do that whole bend but don't break thing. And as I say that, Walker was able to get by the defender. He's asking for a whistle. Schroeder's been pestering him so far here in the early portion, the junior, all over him. You see Joey's just got that exceptional acceleration, and I think he's got a reasonable point just outside of the box there. Still sets up for corner kick number 2 for the Rams. It's going to be Walker on the ball. Here he is, fading it back towards the middle, headed out of there momentarily by Lexington. Shot fired. Going down to his backside to poke it out there was Turlow. So well defended again here by Lex. Minutemen not allowing many windows here for the Rams. Getting awful handsy down there. Hooper tangled up here with Joey Walker. And Joey's going to get a talking to, it appears, from the head man. Just a conversation. So Walker earning the foul. It's the second here on Lexington in this opening half. This is a dangerous spot to have the ball if you are the Rams. Faith looking, and he's got about 7 targets, all inside the 18, all making their run, most of them back post, actually all of them here. As it flies there into the mixer, but poked out of there, out in front here for James Mayer, and a lot of grass out in front of him. Mayer able to poke it ahead now for Lane Weber. And Weber in a double team, clogged up, knocked down, and a foul here against the Rams. Give it opportunity now for the Minutemen to try to get some numbers driving forward, see if they can't flip the field for more than just a brief moment. That's all it's been here lately, so I like this. Adjust your shin guards here if you're Ashton Boyce and take your time, get ready. Scott forward to the left side of Jerry Wirtz. 2 players fanned out to the right. And Boyce is going to take dead aim. Jerry on the hop comes out, and just a clean snatch right there. High punt. Collected here by Lexington. Hooper the first touch. Now back into your picture. Bumps down. Ashton Taylor has to reach for that one. It'll be a giveaway, but right back to the Rams. Here's Julius Walker. Madison trying to maneuver it around the park. Lexington hanging back. They've just got one guy up top right now. And you see that's James Mayer. All over the place. Nobody set to check in for either side right now. And Madison doesn't do a ton of substitutions. Got a lot of kids that are willing to go the full 80. Very well-conditioned team. Looking to produce another offensive opportunity here with Randy on the ball. He'll cook one in between a couple defenders. Nice charge there for Julius Walker. But it's outmeasured maybe by about a foot and a half. Pretty good ball right here considering. Did thread the needle, but the charge, the run, a little bit behind there for Walker. I want to say what's up to Andrea Young. Seeing a lot of AP boys out here participating tonight. John Gibson cheering on the Rams, as is Tanya Flowers. Kathy Walker-Mack says, go Lex. And Beth Shasky says, go Nathan. Number 8, Ram Pride. A lot of pride on both sides of the equation here tonight. As mentioned, Lexington, I mean, they were the kings of the district in Division II for years and years. 8 out of the last 10, they've been able to get to at least a regional. State on a couple of occasions. The Rams, on the other hand, they've had their tournament fate ended on a few head-to-heads here with Lexington, as that was a pretty good build, but a swing and a miss there from Turlo, but off target there with the shot from Ashton Taylor. And the Rams continue to just not produce a ton of offense despite really having the run of play. I mean, I've got them 3 shots, none on net. We've had a couple of corner kicks. Off the goal kick to the middle of the pitch. Great job getting a header on it right there from Colin Faith. Now Joey Walker sets it up, right foot, going to try to pull it back. Lost his footing, but how quickly does he spring up? I mean, this kid is like a McDonald's toy that you would get in a Happy Meal. Just spring, what? Right back up. Then the shot into heavy traffic. Able to earn a throwing coming up here. Deep in Lexington territory. Right there, center cut into the 6. Excellent toss. But it's knocked out, contacted by Madison. But check out this amazing throw. Good stuff here by Colin. Boom! Solid noggin there on leather, too. But again, the shots off target, and Lexington surviving another storm, and that's all it takes. And you see it here in the beautiful game. It does not matter how things are going and how pretty it might look out there. If you cannot find your way into the back of the net with a couple of opportunities, the longer you hang around, the underdog, they tend to swell up with their pride a little bit, and they'll get that confidence meter ticking. See if that can be the case here for Lexington, because right now their game plan, certainly you can tell. I mean, they're playing with a lot of numbers back. They are not wanting to allow any 1v1 situations. One of my keys to victory tonight, do not want to put one of those really talented players like a Randy Jamison. Certainly we've seen Joey Walker cooking at times here tonight. He's had on the chef's cap, but most of the time there's 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders in the picture. And again, here's a double team as Walker flicks it out in front, but it's headed away. Last second, Ashton Boyce comes over, knocks it down. Beautiful stuff right here by Joey. Feels the pressure coming from Caden Brown. Little flip to himself, and now he's going to play it short on the corner kick. Get it right back here to Joey Walker. Shot deflected. Jamison into the middle. That one will leap out of there, but knocked back in. Colin Faith with the header. Lexington able to clear. Rams so much quicker to the 50-50 balls. And just the continuity that this group has with one another, it is so apparent with all the seniors out here on the pitch. They've been playing forever together. Many of them grew up. You heard in the comments section, the Appleseed kids. I mean, these are a lot of players that have, I mean, we're talking hundreds of hours in matches with one another. But can the Rams make the Minutemen pay the price here with one of their offensive attacks? That's what they're trying to do right now. Is this one trying to flip to himself is Julius Walker. Jamison to the outskirts. The shot rifled, one hop. And there's our first save from the keeper. Carter with the save. Show it to you again. So Rory gets his first save. 6th shot of the game here for Madison. Minutemen going to take Grant Hebel out of the game. Luke McGowan will replace him as they're back to action throw-in. Knocked around, and here is McGowan. Busted up. Rams, though, back on the defensive here at this point. 10 players inside their own 30. Kind of a fortuitous hop here for Lexington. Nearly got a shot attempt out of it there from Grant. And that'll just get slung out here in front of the Rams bench. Actually almost caught somebody in the head. Headed over by Bloost. And then boom. Just capped out by Nathan Evans. You see everyone take cover. As we get a foul charged here against the Rams, it's going to be their second. And another great opportunity now for the Minutemen and their top assist artist, Ashton Boyce, on the ball. He's got 8 helpers here on the season. Be facing a 2-man wall. Evans and Faith in front. He'll try to curl this one back post, headed up. Kind of just settles there right on the perimeter of the 18. So it allows Lexington, at least for a moment, to have a look at it. But that is taken right off the right foot of Boyce. Be the Minutemen throw down in their own territory. One more look just at the hustle play and the deflection. Walker to the outside, makes his charge. Great feed, give and go, off the cross, back post. It was right there. Carter Brenham had an opportunity at it. Could not get a swing. It was right in his midsection, so it would have been tough. Might have had to have kneed it into the back. Now Bloost funnels it here into the middle as we'll get a foul. Let's look at this last effort. Randy, Joey, the 1-2 punch that every coach wished they had, and just kind of took Carter, I think, a bit off guard. So this one's headed out off the restart. Third foul against Lexington. Now Evans keeps it on the carpet. Too far out of the reach for Jamison. And that'll bring it back for a goal kick here with Rory Glass and company. Caden Brown going to handle the detail here. Hey there, Ashley Greenhill, cheering on her Madison Rams. So is Jessica Lynn, says, go Randy, we love you. Kelsey Don Ball, let's go Rams. Kaylin Penny, cheering on Ash. Gotta presume that that is Mr. Ashton Boyce. And then go Madison. Good luck, boys, from Justine Dusty Atwell. That's over on the Facebook chat. I'll jump into the YouTube comments coming up here at the next dead ball when we get a chance. So make sure to keep them coming, folks. Love hearing from you guys. Where are you watching from tonight? I'm always blown away by the national and sometimes international viewing audience that we'll have at any given time. So are you in Ohio tonight? We've got a huge contingent of fans down in the Florida area, typically making me jealous, letting me know they're watching from Fort Myers or hanging out at Cocoa Beach or something. And meanwhile, it's been nice here. It's been nice here in Ohio, so no complaints. Big collision, heavy foul. That's Lautzenhiser. Took out Branham. Get after it here pretty quickly. Faith, no one there at the other end of the chopping block, was trying to set something up. Instead, it's Lexington trying to maneuver down the near sideline, but that one intended for Grant Hebel. Off target. Header back into the middle of the park. Jamison, no friends hanging out there in green unis. Rams, though, starting to move some numbers forward, but we'll get a push-off. Got a big applause, too, you see here. As there was definitely a push in the back there from James, but he got away with it. And then how does it always go? Typically catch the second guy for the infraction. Three fouls now against Madison, and we are about 18 minutes off the clock here in this opening half. Lexington still has not produced a shot offensively. Rams have 6, but only 1 on frame. So both teams on their back line have been stout, not allowing too many windows of opportunity, but this man doesn't need much of one. Nearly an own goal. I think that deflected here off of Caden Brown. Obviously flipped over the top through the upright, and that's going to set up corner kick number 3 for the Rams. Yeah. So that's dangerous stuff there. And off of the corner kick, driven in here to the outside. Dropped off now to Julius Walker. Back out wide. And Jamison goes touchline, turns the corner, looking for some friends off the carpet. One-timer. And swatted out off the back post. Rams again percolating. They've got a build-up, but that last connecting pass or shot opportunity just hasn't quite been exactly what they wanted them to be. This is going to go against Lexington. Boom. How about James Mayer getting the brunt end of that one, too? Jordan Cook didn't even flinch. Just stood his ground. Swinger's going to tee it up. Just drop it off here in the middle. A lot of greenery out in front here for Colin Faith. Colin with a nice pass on the money. This one, too, for Jamison. A chance to rifle one. Instead, he sets it up. The shot into heavy traffic. Ashton Taylor was trying to fight it through a couple of defenders there. I'd like to see Randy just pull it from right here, right at where it says G, try to aim that back post. He's got friends coming. Carter Branham on the back post. Thought that they tried to be a little bit unselfish right there. Sometimes you got to call your own number when it makes the most sense. So a bit of a missed opportunity, by my estimation. A tough angle for me to really tell exactly how much space these players have out here, but I can definitely tell you, in Randy Jamison, I trust. Dude has been a dog since he has broke onto campus, and what a year for him. Talking about a junior, or the senior, I'm sorry, coming off of a huge junior campaign where he had 15 goals, 19 helpers, and he was an All-Ohioan. I think the only returning All-Ohioan that we have in Richland County this year. I don't know how Joey Walker did not get a nod with the 33 goals that he was able to score in his junior campaign, but he has followed it up, and I don't think they're going to be able to leave him off the ballot this year, averaging better than a goal and a half per game. His body's hitting the deck. This one launched deep. Foul's going to go against the Rams. They don't like it. What say you, comment section? I felt like Lautzenhiser kind of delivered the contact. He was certainly leaning that big body in the direction of the defense. So a huge chance here. Ashton points. This is his third opportunity off of a set piece, pretty close. Was able to put it into traffic, but got the green light special. Just went right through uninhibited. So as they get set up for this goal kick, let me pull up my YouTube chat, see what's going on, man. Ryan Parker, my dude. Nice to hear OH report back on a Lex game. I could not agree more. This is great. Love watching this matchup. probably the best head-to-head rivalry that we have going in the area. On the boys' side, I think the girls have many better rivalries, with all due respect. Dennis Negrete watching his nephew, Joey Walker from Glendale, AZ. Nice. Mike Merriman, a Howland Tiger fan. Wow, had to bring that up right after Ryan Parker. But what a game that was when Howland beat Lexington, I want to say 3-2 in state Final Four about 6 years ago. Madison looking dominant, that according to Joshua Young. Tiger 2 is a ball boy for Madison, but he is only doing the home game, so he's at home tonight. Glad that we could bring you the moving pictures here from Tiffin for this number 1 versus number 4 showdown. No score, and we're getting late on time here in this first half. Walker trying to change all that, but a little too much off that right foot before he tried to dazzle him. Now Lautzenhiser, he's just always working. If he's not getting contact, he's not happy. I always enjoy watching soccer players that have that mentality, like Bam Bam, Cam Scatterboo. You guys been watching the Giants lately? He's got that type of physicality, I think, for a soccer player. So that'll float through over the boundary. And a goal kick coming up. So we'll flip back over to the Facebooks, see if anything new is going on out there. Oh, yeah, 1 minute ago, Vicky Tritico-Smith says, good luck, Lexington. But Tanya Lewis is like, nah, let's go, Rams. Jamie, tuning in from Pittsburgh tonight. I know the Steelers, they're going to have another game in primetime, 2 in a row. Browns can't even get one for the whole season. John Gibson watching from Apple Valley. Brandy cheering on the Rams. Smart play here from Walker. Knocking it off the shin guards. Going to get another corner kick. Haven't been very effective off of these, though. I mean, they've been getting them. Joey tried to play it short last time. See if he can put the lime with the coconut here. Walker, right foot, driven in low. Just on the outskirts of the 18. Was hoping that Taylor was able to do something with it. Instead, he just ends up on his backside off the contact. But the Rams, they're quicker to the punch over and over so far tonight. Jordan Clark in the middle, menace. Tough to deal with. Here he is again, getting that noggin on him, but maybe too much of the fro right there as it rolls out right near midfield. Lexington throw, 5.5 minutes remaining here, half number 1. No score on our Barrister title group scoreboard here tonight. Shout out to Jason Murray and the gang over there. And I'm going to see another Murray, former player with the program, as we get a foul here on the play tomorrow morning, my Tuesday morning groups. Boom. Yeah, this is going to go against the Rams. But again, those 50-50s or whatever you want to call them, it sure feels like it's about 90-10 so far here tonight for the Rams. And I kind of anticipated that as Lautzenhiser able to make a hard charge, flips it up. Just an absolutely impossible angle. Wasn't able to do anything with that. Jerry Wirtz came out to meet him right at the edge of the 18. Look, he made his breakabout here. Zoom. And Lautzenhiser, that's great goalkeeping. But they're going to say last touch, though, by Madison. So it's going to set up Lexington. First corner kick up for them tonight. And this is the man that they like to put on the ball. You've seen every set piece so far is pretty much handled by Ashton Boyce. Back post. And overcooked that one out of the frying pan. Couldn't put it into the fryer. Younger brother of Addie Boyce, who's a collegiate player now. Got to have some great conversations over the summer with Ashton just about the development of the team. As we get a trip up foul here against the Rams, and this is going to be center cut. Great opportunity on the way for the Minutemen. Really slow to get up is Dom Schroeder here. Boom. Seed did like a 720 roll around down there on the turf and didn't even have to sell it. I just really felt like that was kind of how his momentum was trending down there, like he was one of those old school lawnmowers. You know what I'm talking about? My neighbor's actually got one. I think he does it just so that his 6-year-old can cut the lawn and doesn't feel bad about it. We'll see what Lexington does with this. Lautzenhiser, he's got it set up. Boyce behind him. Cohen, rifles, too much. Might have been worth 3 on a Friday night. Let's check it again on our Directions Credit Union replay. See if he was able to split the uprights. Good. Means nothing here on a Monday in Tiffin. Blasted a mile high here from Clark. And over the boundary with 2:25 to go. Tim Lord encouraging his kids. It's like, let's get after it. No score. They're not used to this. Madison, one of the highest scoring teams that we have in North Central Ohio this year. So this is a bit out of character for them to still be scoreless. Team that's got 69 goals on the campaign.
2 minutes remain in the match.
Just a misfire here. Walker evades, goes out to the wing. The defender actually lost his footing, but Randy had to make a sharp turn and just a one-hopper. A little bit too much sauce. Needed one of those mild type of buffalo sauces, and that had maybe a hint of ghost pepper. Too much heat, couldn't handle it. But they can't get it out of the kitchen, at least yet. Walker trying to maneuver through 4 defenders. Took a dive. Don't get that whistle very often here in the high school ranks. Taking their time now, Taylor. They've got plenty of it here. 75 ticks. Don't have to rush anything as this one's bent back post. Diving effort made by Rory Glass. Dude went airborne. This was a pretty good-looking shot. I thought that this was kind of a pass here from Colin Faith. And then get your frequent flyer miles. Coast-to-coast action right there. Well done by Rory. 6th corner for the Rams. They'll play it short. Dancing. Sent. But again, there's just been that like brick and mortar stuck in their way. A lot of bodies, and Minutemen are going to be pretty bruised up tomorrow. But you'll take it. I mean, they're purple anyways, so whatever. They're just standing in there and just being firm, being tough on that back line. And the Rams, I got them only for 2 shots on net. Have not produced a ton of offense. Lexington, meanwhile, a couple shots, neither on target. And boy, that could have been treacherous. Oh, how perfect was that for the Rams as this bends around the flag out wide, and it doesn't even look like Lexington's going to be able to get a throw in. So we'll just show you the rest of this replay. Well done. That will take us to the break. We are scoreless here in Tiffin. 0-0 winner moving on to the district championship match. Be back up here Thursday nights, but we got to get somebody to score first. We are going to send you off to a quick commercial break. Please do watch them. These generous sponsors help you enjoy the action live and free. Never a nickel out of your pocket when you're watching the OH Report. And then we'll be back. I'll have your first half stats, a little bit of analysis, of course, your comments, and get you all ready for half number 2. See you guys on the flip side in about 3.
community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
American Homestead Exteriors, a father and daughter team right here in Mansfield. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters. Done right. No stress, no hidden fees. That's hard work, honest results.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Happy Halloween!
You're watching high school playoff soccer completely live and free thanks to contributions from all of our amazing sponsors, including Charter Next Generation. They are hiring right now for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Directions Credit Union. Score more with instant savings when you open a new checking account and get rewarded. Barrister Title Group. Title insurance doesn't have to be a puzzle. Trust the team at Barrister Title Group. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. And American Homestead Exteriors. Their commitment to excellence is reflected in their strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call them up today for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Got your halftime report coming up in about 30 seconds. See you guys soon. It's your halftime show presented by Charter Next Generation here at fabulous Frost-Kalnow Stadium on the campus of, well, Tiffin University uses it, Tiffin Columbian as well. Just a fantastic facility, setting the scene here tonight for this Division III District Semifinal showdown. Madison and Lexington still scoreless so far, 40 minutes into the action, so it is definitely anybody's game right now at this point. I am Brian Skowronski, part of your form of entertainment here tonight, but let's show you how this is breaking down by the numbers so far. You see the time of possession heavily in favor of Madison. They've been able to produce many more opportunities too, and certainly within that first 15 minutes, I mean, they were pretty much just like in a dome around the 18, where Lexington was kind of fighting for their life. They were scratching, clawing, just trying to get it out of harm's way. A couple of nice clearances, but the Rams were putting on a lot of pressure. But during that stretch, they had 0 shots on net. They've only got 2 so far for the opening half. Lexington, that is a misprint by me. Let me upgrade this for you guys. They've got 2 shots, none on goal so far. So they are still searching for an opportunity to try to go after Jerry Wirtz and this back line, who have been rock solid, but they're bringing the point of attack out near the midfield and certainly in between the 40s right now. So Madison, they are doing an excellent job of just, you know, they've got that pressure valve wide open, and they're keeping a lot of the action and dictating the pace over on the Minutemen side of the pitch. But they just have nothing to show for it here as of yet. As you can see, we are scoreless, my friends, 0-0 right now. but a whole second half to play. Again, we'll jump into the comments section, see what's going on out there. I want to say hi to Ethan Cow. Says it's a good game so far. Laser 330, another ex-player from Howland. So we've got a nice viewing audience from out in the Warren area tuning in tonight. And he just says, wow, 0-0. See if we got anything else out here. Looks like that's it for newbies right now on YouTube, where there's about 160 of you all watching together. And then on Facebook, about another 50 of you. And Joelle Cunningham cheering on Ash. Laura Tryon says, let's go Rams. So does Karen Von Stein. I like that last name. Keep the comments coming, folks. Let me know who you're cheering for tonight. And if maybe there's another team that you've got your eye on in the area that you feel like can make a nice deep tournament run. Within Division 3 here at this district, let's show you what's going down. Hold on. There we go. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get an update, see if we can get a score on that Perkins-Sylvania game. The winner here will advance to play Southview or Perkins. And you see the Cougars very dominant, as were the Pirates in their sectional championship wins over Sandusky and Bowling Green. And then for Madison, an 8-0 defeat, a shortened game against Columbian. And the Minutemen, as we detailed already, they got a bit of a scare, had to go into overtime, but the Golden Boy would step up and deliver one. Our player spotlight tonight, Mr. Cohen Lautzenhiser. Let's put him on display one more time here. Show you what this cool cat's done so far during his senior campaign. About 48 points so far. A lot of those coming off of some scores. 20 goals on the season, but pretty unselfish player too. Tied for the team lead with 8 assists. So both he and Ashton Boyce, they have been able to share with one another. And it's a thing of beauty anytime this man can get his touches anywhere around the box. But he's had one, the one where Jerry took that hard charge out at him just on the outskirts of the 18, and nothing really came of it. Let's take a look again at who we're spotlighting. How about the OCC Player of the Year on offense for the second consecutive season? No question, Joey Walker. Awesome year going right now. 30 goals and counting. Would love number 31 to come here tonight. Rivalry game. A lot on the line. Big stakes. And someone is going to cash in by the end of the night. First touch will belong to Luke McGowan. And with that, we're underway here. Half number 2. Walker down deep into the corner, just trying to disrupt. Sends it into the middle there for Carter Branham. And he got a little piece of it, but not enough. But how about this? Just fresh off the rip, about 20 seconds in, Walker with a nutmeg right through the 5-hole of Brown and almost connected there. Center cut. Carter Branham made a nice run. Rams again with the throw. Coming up at about the football 40-yard line. Minutemen very defensive-minded so far here tonight, and not that they're parking the bus, as they say, but certainly you see there's a lot of white uniforms. Just all trying to make sure that some of those smooth operators that the Rams have aren't able to get great looks on frame. As this is Roy Glass coming out to collect. And Rory with the left-footed punt finds a noggin of a guy wearing a green uniform. Now one takes a tumble at midfield. They'll say play on. And here comes Bloost. Finding feet. This is always a smart target, Jameson. Evans allows it to leak to the outside. Oh, great looking pass. Walker puts it in space. But that's the problem sometimes playing on turf, is just the ball's going to race away from you. A lot of games played so far this season, Madison's home field is natural grass, as is Lexington's. So certainly within the OCC, there's a couple of different fields that you go to and you get the opportunities to play on turf. But for these two programs, it's always an adjustment period when you get into the playoffs. Just about every single match will be played on the artificial surface. This is skies high over Branham. And, I mean, no Rams in sight, so a couple extra touches for that one's uncorked near side, but taken by Blues. Jamison out in front for Walker. Not a great clearance. So the Rams will keep it down here at this end. Quick throw-in. Got Walker down in the corner, surveying. Joey looking to go 1v1. Going right at Boyce. Got him on skates. Sets it up, and nobody in our area better at that. He's earned a ton of quarter kicks tonight. This is going to be their 7th on the way. It just looks like, I don't know, is the soccer Dancing with the Stars can get a little confusing at times. Walker, he's got great feet. It might have a career in tap dancing if he so chooses. I'll have to ask Joey what he's trying to do at the next level. As this one skips up and sails just wide. Who was this? It's Julius Walker. And it looked like kind of a half-hearted attempt. It's going to be the 9th shot here for the Rams. Maybe he was just trying to exercise a little bit of poise right there. Didn't want to send a fastball when all he really needed was a changeup. But again, it's off frame. And the Rams come up empty yet again. Minutemen trying to strike back the other way. Misplayed. A chance now for Hebel. Set up. The step over here by Turlow. But defended nicely, Ashton Taylor. One of the better opportunities that Lexington's had outside of their set pieces tonight. I mean, pretty much when they have had their build-ups, I mean, the pressure has burst the pipes, and that last pass deflected, intercepted. Rams converge. Got a conversation going on right now, which is the holdup. Ian Smith patiently waiting for his opportunity. Now throws this one. Pretty nice toss as well. The Rams take it away. Now they're back into the midfield with Julius trying to dish it to the right outside wing. Interesting decision. And it's going to cost them possession. Minutemen taking their time, maybe getting some instruction there from Coach Tem. Getting some applause over on the sideline from their bench, which they have not utilized much of tonight. Neither team has really gone deep into their bag of tricks. Walker always says, great shot fired, but an even better save. Glass goes belly up to make the stop. Maybe the most heat put behind a shot attempt tonight for the Rams. Walker was finally able to get a little sliver in between the defense. Now a big drop kick coming the other way by Glass. Rams are going to win it. That has been just about every occasion so far off of goal kicks, drop kicks. Madison is just the first to the party for sure. These aren't the kids that like to be fashionably late. They are showing up on time, very direct. He'll flick here for Branham. Now takes a friendly hop here for Walker. Sets up left foot, back post, count it! Joey Walker sizzles the bacon. Our first goal of the night. Madison takes the lead, and the fans here loving every minute of it. 31st goal of his senior season. He's into triple digits for his career. And all it took was just a nice hop to set him up. Gave him a half step beyond the defender. And then you see just what type of enthusiasm the kid brings to the game of soccer. Again, a nice break, able to get by Smith. And closing that window down was Rory Glass. He did everything he could to eliminate the near post. But the Skywalker makes it a 1-0 game. Big goal here for Madison. Walker had a big game last year in the district semifinals as well. He's my MVP. Talked to him after that match. Jordan Clark here looked like he was going to get nutmegged, but he was able to regain his footing. And now the Rams back on the attack. Well, not if Cohen Lautzenhiser has something to say about it. Always pawing and tearing at the competition. Evans, great ball. Walker tried to send it into fifth gear and catch up. Pretty well timed right here. They're going to go with a quick throw in, so just replay it for you. They got a corner kick coming up, so I'm going to show a replay. Out of a replay, that man Joey Walker just got another corner kick. This is what he did. Give and go, little no look from Jamison. As good a combo as you can possibly have. Peanut butter and jelly out here. Snazzy move here by Taylor. Lobs this one over the top. Goal kick coming up. So all of a sudden here in the second half, Rams with a couple of shots on net. Got a dozen now total. Lexington still has not had an opportunity to go at Jerry Wetz. And now playing from behind, it'll be interesting to see how much longer the Minutemen, and maybe they will the entire course of the night just because Madison is so gifted on offense. If they're going to continue to play with all 11 back, they are right now. Walker faked that one that time. Tries to funnel it up to Jamison, rifled one shot, the hop, the flick. Well done by Rory Glass. So he had to drop down to make the save. Branham hanging out right in front of him. Boom, nice flick there by Randy. And then just a bit away from Carter to try to make a move. And guess what? Off the restart, Madison winning possession again. They have been dynamite in that area. Nice carry, throwing defenders to the ground. You saw Caden Brown eat a little bit of turf there. It's not just Jamison and Joey Walker. A lot of kids that can certainly dance, dazzle with the soccer ball at their feet here for Madison. Here's Joey. Draws over the defender, Lautzenhiser, looking to take him on. Now sends it out wide on the money. Dime piece here, Jamison. Sizing up the defense. Gets by one. Settles in front. Walker came flying in. Ran into the leg of Lautzenhiser. Everyone's pointing every which direction. Lexington is going to be awarded the goal kick. Directions Credit Union replay will show that this was awful close. Lautzenhiser just always giving up the body. Thank goodness he had on shin guards there. Walker came in 100 miles an hour. See if Lexington can keep the ball down here. Not even a pass. Clay Hooper misplayed it a bit, I guess. Didn't think that he had the foot speed to track it down over there in front of the Minutemen bench. Now here's Bloost. Took an unfavorable hop, and he and Carter Downs exchanging some words, couple of shoves. Tim Lord's having a talking to right now here with Noah Bloost. Can't have that extra. I don't think anybody's going to get awarded a card or anything here, but just try to tell him to tame it down. Obviously, you can be physical within the field of play, but that was after the fact. A little bit of shovery on both ends, and I think beautifully executed here by the head referee. No sense in making a bigger deal out of that than it really was. Just two kids that have played against each other a ton. And a lot at stake here tonight. Win or go home. Lexington hoping to avoid their season coming to a halt here in the district semifinals for a second consecutive year. Coach Tim was calling out for a handball. Thought he was going to get one. And they're not awarding anything anywhere. So play on all the way around. Now Weber back to him. Here's Lane. He's going to flip it on the outskirts of the 18. And how often have we seen Jordan Clark just play it out of the air, get noggin on ball, and send it back where it came from? No postage. Get that out of here. Not shipping your package. Lexington throw. Nice patient maneuverability. Poked away though. It'll be a Lexington throw again here. Schroeder goes down to collect. He'll whip it in. Well played here by Randy Jamison. He kind of read exactly where that was going to go. And it must be a late whistle. Got an injured player on the field. See if we can identify exactly what happened. There's that collision right there. Didn't notice anything in real time. But we do have an injured player on the field, but not for long. Kid is tough. But I'm not. I'm getting kind of chilly here. I'm going to throw on my hoodie. It's always such a tough time of year to appropriately dress when you're leaving the crib. Old men problems. Be wanting to wear my shorts during the day. Then, of course, once the night hits and that sun goes down, everything changes. This kid's got the right idea with all the long sleeves. Travis Jamison out there watching. He says, good stuff, Joey, enjoying the goal that he saw. Tonya Lewis said, yes, with some hand claps out there in Facebook land. Justine loving what he just saw from Joey. That's what you boys needed to get this game going. Keep them coming. That is from Jessica Lynn. Brandy Trant Mortimer says, way to go, Joey. Let's keep it up. Rams, good job, boys. Lexington's got the whole team playing defense. Jessica is right. They're doing everything they can to try to keep this a low-scoring game. It's all on Facebook. Doesn't look like any new comments fresh in the chat section. 206 of you watching right now on the YouTubes. But you're all going silent on me. It's going to be a Ram throw-in. See if they can start getting loud, making some noise. They've certainly been getting some nice runs here in the second half. A little bit better looks than they were able to detail in the first 40 minutes. It just feels like a matter of time against this Rams team if they're continually just like exposing all the different weapons that they have. His coach Tim's like, "What's up, man? Like, no whistle?" Not sure exactly what he was asking for. But a man can dream. Ball's a little bit behind, intended for Branham. And good luck trying to just post anything through the middle here. Jordan Clark, number 20 for Madison, he has been fantastic on that back line. And look at the Rams, how they're able to get back and defend, too. They do it in bunches, they swarm, and they've got the team speed, typically, to drive it back over into enemy territory once they come up with the theft, which they do right here at the feet of Jamison. Chipped over the top of the defense. Walker off of his chinny chin chin. Now lobbed up a mile in the sky. Taken by Taylor. Bit of a battle right now with Cole Ford. Cole a little bit too edgy right here. Going to be a Madison free kick, and I think that's just first foul on Lexington in the second half. Unofficially, of course. Comes about 15 minutes in. Is that driven down just outside the 18? Lexington waiting for it. Good find here. Jamison just puts it out in green. Knocked out of there pretty quickly, though. Carter Branham, the closest player to the action. Randy drives middle. Had the right intention, but the Minutemen packing it in still defensively. Had about 6 dudes back there defending. Still have not generated a shot on net tonight. And a lot of the headlines are typically about this Madison offense and just how good they've been all season long, scoring and these great weapons, OCC Player of the Year. But defensively, the team only gives up a half goal per contest, but they're looking to add one right here. Walker, deflected off of the goalpost. Back in play. The referees didn't determine that it was off the football goalpost. I certainly felt like it was. And now Lex evading back the other way. Here we go. So Walker turns it inside. Here comes the shot. Yeah, definitely off of the crossbar of the football goalpost. 13th shot tonight for the Rams. Final 23 minutes here in regulation. Minutemen looking for an equalizer here. Lautzenhiser, stride for stride, knocked out by Lucas Swenger. Gives Lex a chance to try to move down in enemy territory. Set something up here off the big-time throw, and they got a couple kids we've seen. They've got those strong arms. Here's McGowan. He tried to catapult that one in there. A couple of headers. Knocked down. It's loose in front. Jerry Wirtz showing his worth as he came out to make the play. Heavy traffic in front, and he gives up the body. Goes down to make the stop. First real danger we've seen Jerry Wirtz be in here tonight, the senior keep. Jerry's only allowed, I think Madison, what have they given up, like 10 or 11 goals this year? take a look at some of Jerry's numbers. Yeah, 10 goals against all season. Warts with 64 saves now and counting. A lot of clean sheets this year for the Rams, and they've blown out a lot of the competition, so Lexington definitely, they're holding their own here tonight. As you see Walker whirly-birding around, and the shot deep from Julius. But look at this from Joey. Like he's a human teacup. Leaks out here, Julius Walker. Pretty good belt on that one. 14 shot for the Rams. And Brian Gunn let me know that the winner of this one is going to get Southview on Thursday. Got a final score of that one for me? Oh, confirmed. Perkins lost 1-0 today. Appreciate the comment section, always making me look real smart out here. And to be honest, I was kind of hoping to see Perkins back in that championship game. They knocked off each of these Richland County schools a season ago in the semifinals, Lexington, and the championship, Madison. I was kind of half-heartedly hoping that we'd get to see a rematch between one of them. Was not to be the case here this season. We get some fresh blood into the final with kind of a new-looking district this year as well. So congratulations to the Sylvania Southview Cougars, the number 2 seed. So it's chalk up at the top of the bracket. They knock off the number 3. What are we going to get here tonight? As of now, the number 1 looking like it is Randy Jamison. Tearing his way back the other way. Gets by Boyce. Just tangled up here. It's going to go out for a Madison throw, and yeah. Last touch there by number 8 in the white. Ashton, an all OCC selection here in his senior year. Minutemen do have 8 seniors on the roster. It's a veteran squad. A lot of juniors as well. I think just 3 sophomores and then a handful of freshmen. Walker dancing. Back post. Nice effort. Just unable to keep it in here. Easton Grant gave it everything he had. But it will be a Ram throw-in. Jameson looking to turn the corner. Lobs it, but it's behind the net. Clock winding down to 18 minutes to go. Winner keeps their season alive. They'll be back up here Thursday night. OH Report will also be in attendance. That's the beautiful thing about tournament time for all of you Rams and Minutemen fans, is that we get a chance. We get to see you wherever we want. We do have Lexington volleyball tonight as well, taking on Ontario. So a couple of really good Richland County showdowns on our airwaves tonight. Love the matchups. Lexington Madison, the girl version, that's coming up on Wednesday. How many times have we seen that in the districts? As, a great chance. Took kind of a side hop. Great move here by Turlow. Just did not have any friends there. Oh, big collision. About a full-on push right there from Caden Brown. Let's see. Did not earn a whistle, though it is the Rams throw, far sideline. They'll lob it in. Quick shot. This one barreled up. Ashton Taylor misguided with that one. 15th shot here for Madison. Lex has not produced but one shot here in this second half. Schematically, will things start to change in terms of the operation for the Minutemen as we get closer and closer to the final gun? They nearly, a couple of minutes ago, had a great look on net. Almost got lucky there with a pro Lexington hop. Just a lot of bodies flying all over the place here. Julius Walker pleading his case. Try to play it real fast for you. Here it is, lobbed up. Walker. And it looks like two players going for the ball. I think they both have a right to be there. 6th foul against the Rams. First set piece here in plus territory in the second half for the Minutemen. We'll see what they do with it. It's going to be Boyce. Pretty well struck right at the 18 line, but handled here by the Rams. Here comes Madison and Walker. Skirts by one, left foot, drives it, and here's the chase. Roy Glass came out and met it. Great break off of his back line there, just to roast that out of the box. The Rams trying to keep on some pressure. Taylor drops it back off. Here's Walker. This way, that way. Looks like that game Snaker IO. You guys ever try that one? It's one of my favorites on the aircraft. Chewing up dots out here. Now blue snap. They're going to say out of bounds. So Lex throw. Ian Smith handling. 14 minutes and change remaining. And maybe the playing surface getting a bit slickery down there. I've seen quite a number of kids go down onto their buttocks here in this second half. Interesting way to get out there. All back pedal. Looked like a defensive back. Ends up being a turnover, though, right at Evans. Here's Evans crashing through. Looked right at the referee like, I'm good, right? Yep. Oh, Joey Walker. Forget about it. Back post, his second of the match. Razzle dazzle. Brrr. The Birdman. Walker. Extends the lead here in the second half. Absolutely gorgeous. Rewind this one back as far as I can here and show you what was the wizardry. Joey Walker. 2 step overs, blows right by Smith, sets it up, left foot. Perfect execution right into the back. It must be cold out here because Walker feeling icy here tonight. Huge goal. Minutemen have just been one break away from an equalizer. No longer the case. Now, you really have to start picking up the pace a little bit on the offensive end of things if you are the Minutemen. Cannot sit back. There's going to be some one-on-one opportunities. Walker certainly is going to be eyeballing a hat trick. Potential for it right here. Cuts it up. Just a little bit too far off that right foot. Glass comes out to meet it. With under 13 minutes to go. Desperation might start to set in here for Lex. Try to drive a few numbers forward, an extra offender. Try to get up into the attacking third, but it's pretty tough here against these Rams that have had about 70% of the total possession tonight. Just absolutely dominant on the ball in that TOP. And sometimes that's all it takes, but this is a great touch. Lautzenhiser out in space from the football 10-yard line, sets it up, brings it back, left foot drives. Little sidewinder, but Wirtz collects. Second save here for Jerry tonight. Lautzenhiser, oh, would have liked to have seen him try to drive that one right foot, brought it back against the fence, allowed Swanger to get into the picture. Just a 4-shot total tonight for the Minutemen. Might have been the best overall look that they've had, just considering the fact that they had their premier goal scorer, the senior, out in space. He had to cut it back against the grain, try to use that strong foot. What do we got? Just a little stern talking to. Ran ball. Show you that last play here by Lautzenhiser one more time. Shout out to Directions Credit Union for all the cool replays tonight. You can see immediately on Cohen's face, he knew that he just did not crunch that one quite like he needed to. And now do the Rams start sitting back a bit here and just try to defensively become a chastity belt for that back line and just make sure that nothing's breaking in. Foul here on the far side. This goes against Joey Walker. Sold pretty well right there. Brown doing his best drama impression. But what happens pretty much every time we come back out of the replay here is Madison taking control. I mean, they have been on the sticks the bulk majority of the night. And they've had the Minutemen chasing them. A couple of groans coming from the far side bleachers. That's where the Lexington fans are. They've just picked up their 8th foul. Make it their 9th, 3rd in this second half is all, though. Madison's in no hurry. Pretty good ball, mixer bowl. But only one player there for the Rams. It was Branham. Here's another one joining the party. Shot deflected. The second one off the top shelf crossbar. Nearly a 3-0 game. Nathan Evans about 3 inches away from sealing this one. Up tight. Just settled down right foot. Boom. Great contact. Roy Glass out of the picture, too. 6th, 7th shot on net now for the Rams. And here comes their 8th corner. It's Walker. Drives it in low. Julia steps over. One-timer. Had a chance there, did Branham. See who comes away with this. It's going to be the Rams. No surprise. Jamison flares it out here. Branham. Missed touch. Minutemen got to get to work in a hurry. See if they brought their lunch pails and their hard hats. Got to do some of the dirty work now. And I think certainly you're going to have to start leaving some kids back on some islands here. Maybe a little delay a game here on the Rams, but they got some ball boys out here. Some young tykes. Definitely one of the unsung heroes of any competition. We always salute the ball boys. They work for minimum pay, Snickers bars, maybe a half-cold chicken sandwich at the end of the night, and a lot of running. So we salute the ball boys out here tonight, keeping the game moving, and it definitely has. I mean, how many quick throw-ins have we seen from Madison? Just trying to release out of the cage. Here's Walker in a shade out in front. He's looking to cement the night with a hat trick. Walker's had plenty of them in his career. See Lautzenhiser trying to turn to the outside. Head-to-head with Swinger. The Minutemen just have not had any luck winning those 1v1 battles. So certainly tip your cap. Defensive back line here for the Rams. They have been phenom. Very impressed with what they've been able to do. And just keeping the game over in an enemy territory. I mean, if this was like a game of strategy, which it is, but like like war, for example. I mean, you want to keep it over like where it's not near your prized possession, which of course is that goal, and that's exactly what Madison's done. Yeah, I was going to be stunned if we didn't get a whistle here. Looked like a two-hand drive into the back. No question about it. Caden Brown, he's had a couple of those so far. And I think he might earn himself a little trip to the sideline with a yeller. Coach Peter Tem coming out to have a conversation. Meanwhile, the Rams are going to have it teed up here at about the football 18. As the referee and Coach Tem have their chats. Do want to say hello to Brian Gunn. Just confirming, yeah, Perkins did lose 1-0 today. Thank you so much. So an interesting matchup. I'm going to have to start doing my scouting report. See exactly what Sylvania Southview is going to bring. The Meister family cheering on the Rams, remembering those Madison-Lexington games. What up, Cheryl? Oh, 20 new comments on the Facebook. Goodness. Hope, just saying hi to Dusty. I'll pass it along. Hi, Hope, Justine says. Yes, according to Bethany. Tanya Lewis, beautiful. Great job. Got to be talking about that last goal that made it 2-0. Let's go, Rams. What a finish, according to Nick Bias. J.R. Chin just said, wow. I mean, what do you say? Took the words right out of Paul Webb's mouth. Just wow. Jamie Swainstrom, go Rams. Nice job from Michelle Wagner, Rachel, Bethany cheering on the Rams. Justine just says, are you kidding me? And Nick having a bit of the same sentiment that I have. Kind of silly to have these teams travel an hour to play a game that they're just minutes apart. I am with you, and we have had some of these games moved in the past. Did not tonight. So Frost-Kalnow, an excellent venue, but would have been a lot better probably played at Clear Fork. That would have been neat. I know Jess Brokaw, always open to getting that concession stand money. So if I had any say, of course Richland County teams would be playing each other in Richland County in a district. One hopper secured by Rory. Now the clock, the biggest enemy here against Lexington. Though the players down there on the field in the white unis probably tend to disagree. They're like, you're not out here trying to defend these Rams, dude. This is insane. Just such a close-knit group. Lautzenhiser trying to showcase his foot skills. Lines it up. Drove it off of the post. Great-looking shot collected here by Mayer. They're trying to stay on the attack now. Turlow flips it in. Rams were waiting for it. And now Boyce, just a rocket. And Jerry Awards. Let's see if it, did I get, okay. Wasn't sure if I got this lined up, but boom! Just that close to being a one-score game, and that would have flipped everything on its head. Instead, it's the Rams avoiding having to really sweat it out here at the end, potentially. Still a lot of time. 5 minutes is an eternity. We just saw in the first match here tonight, St. Mary Memorial, 2 goals in the last 7 minutes. They knock off Salina, and they're heading to the district championship. game-winning goal coming with just 3 minutes to go. Hertenstein with the game winner. St. Mary, the team that knocked Lexington out of the tournament just a couple years back, 2 years ago in 23, as I recall. They've had a good program for both boys and the ladies. Jamison, some green patches up ahead. Here he comes, he and Walker. Gets set down, and now a chance here to try to flip the script, but oh no, not for long. And the commentator in me would love to get like a little late night flurry here from Lexington, try to put some heat on. They've mustered just 5 shots so far tonight. 3 of them, though, have been on frame. A couple hitting that bar so close with the latest attempt from Cohen Lautzenhiser. But it's been the Rams' game to lose pretty much from the start, as that nearly snuck through to Branham. Jamison turning upfield, trying to set up that right foot perhaps. Poked away and over the boundary. Rams throw with just 3:15 remaining. Does Lexington have one last run? Flipped back post Walker, the intended target. And Joey trying to make the case. This should be a corner kick. He's only earned about a dozen of those tonight. And yeah, definitely should be. I thought Joey was just kind of being a gamesman out there in real time. Certainly felt like it went off of Walker, but I love having the slow motion. Answers a lot of my questions up here in the booth. Final 2:20. Just a game of keep away is all that Madison really has in mind. If they can shut the door with an open look. Two-minute drill now here for Lex. Let's see if they sell out. They're at least keeping Rory Glass back in. And actually, they got 3 defenders back still. Here's one with a power drive over onto the far side of the field. Allows some precious seconds to come off the clock, as the Rams can taste it now, just a minute and a half away from getting back to the district finals. So disappointed a year ago. I asked them about it on opening night when they splattered Clear Fork. How much have you been thinking about that district finale? And Joey Walker just said, yeah, it's been a big talking point for us and the seniors. We know it hasn't been done in any of our lifetimes. So we get a foul here against the Rams. The first time in 25 years that they would be district champs if they can get it done. Just trying to hold on here over these last 50 seconds. Boyce waiting his opportunity. Chips it back post, and the mixer bullet's in there. Minutemen make it just a 1-score game. Lexington not hanging their heads as they pull within 1. Goal by Dom Schroeder off the headpiece. Let's show this to you one more time. Perfectly struck. 9th assist of the season by Boyce. Boom. Just goes absolutely airborne. And the junior making it a 1-score game. I think that's his first goal of the year. Comes at a great time. But the Rams know the clock is their friend. Just have to hold on here for a half a minute. Oh, the second ball has rolled out onto the field. That's the holdup right now. The ball boy lost the handle. It looks like he has green on underneath. Wonder how that happened. Final 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 4.
Minutemen put on some heat, but the Madison Rams are championship bound. They win it here tonight, 2-1. Joey Walker with each goal here for the Rams. The senior continues to shine on the biggest stages. He is going to be our post-game MVP. That presented by Charter Next Gen. Stick around. We've got your MVP coming up here on the other side of a commercial timeout. Plus, I'll have your final stats and wrap things up here from Tiffin. Stay there.
Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should. Feel like I should go.
Supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company. We have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation of District Semifinal Soccer right here on the OH Report. That good-looking, handsome gentleman right there, the top-selling agent in the Mansfield MLS, John Pavlansky, is going to bring you our post-game interview. We're just waiting for Joey Walker to break away here from the local newspaper, and then he's going to come up, and we'll have a great conversation here with the man that had both goals here tonight for the Rams, punching their ticket into the district championship. Tonight's game brought to you by Barrister Title Group. Title insurance doesn't have to be a puzzle. Trust the team at Barrister Title Group. Directions Credit Union. Score more with instant savings when you open a new checking account and get rewarded. Your player of the game brought to you by John Pavlansky, Dream Huge Realty. He is the #1 top-selling agent in the Mansfield MLS. If you are buying, selling, listing, investing, hit up John. He's got his phone number down in the description below and right there on that sign. American Homestead Exteriors. Our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call today for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifetimes. And Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Our MVP's in the building. You're going to hear from Joey Walker in about 30 seconds. Hang tight. I'm now joined by your player of the game, brought to you by the top-selling agent in the Mansfield MLS, John Pavlansky. Joey Walker, Played with so much joy and raw emotion tonight. Just let's start with the victory and how meaningful this is to you and obviously this ginormous senior class, checking another box and moving on to the district championship.
Yeah, I'm extremely blessed that God put me in this opportunity to play with my guys. This is just one more shot with my guys. I've been with them forever. I've played with them since I was, 5 years old all up until now, and it just means so much getting to come out here and practice every day with those guys and just playing all these games and just fight together with these boys. I just love them.
But against Lexington, probably a little bit extra,
Yeah.
some more meaning behind this one. It got chippy down there at times. So for this to be the opponent that you get to lay out to move on to the district final, just what type of extra incentive was that for the Rams?
Yeah, it's always good when you can beat, Lexington. That's always a good feeling. But, we knew we already played them once in the regular season, and we won 3-1. So we knew that they'd come out here and put up a battle. They're coached very well. So, we knew we'd have to come here, stay composed, and we'd be just fine.
Just watching the team in the pregame tonight, there just seems to be such a positive aura around these Rams this year. So if you can detail that for our viewers at home and what it means to be a member of this group this year in 2025 and the belief that you have in one another, 17 wins, how would you kind of paint that picture for us?
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, every day in practice, we're always lifting each other up, making each other better. And in warm-ups, when it's time to lock in, we lock in and we just stick together. And when stuff goes wrong, we just try to bring each other up and we fight it. We defend as a group and we attack as a group, and we just try to play it all as one. And that's what's going to get it done for us.
Both goals were pretty fun, but that second one, you hit them with the dazzle a couple of times, 2 step overs, you hit it back post, pure shot, and then you had the you kind of give them the trigger tray out there with the celebration. So what do you remember about that moment that kind of pretty much iced the game, it felt like?
Yeah, 1-0 is not going to get the job done, so Coach Moisey, the coaches kept telling me, you got to keep going, you got to keep going. So I just knew I got to put my head down, and when I got that ball, and I just heard Coach saying 1v1, and I knew I just had him 1v1, and everyone kind of cleared out, and so I kind of just faked middle and just took a touch around him left, and I knew I had him beat, so I just took the shot.
Two days on the schedule until you get to that district championship match. You're going to have Sylvania Southview, a new opponent. You don't get a rematch with Perkins this year. What are you looking forward to in terms of just these next 2 days in preparing?
We're definitely going to rest. Today was a tough game, so we're going to go, eat well, rest, get some good sleep, come back tomorrow. Probably get some light touches, and then, the next day, Wednesday, we'll go at it again and just get prepared for Thursday. It's going to be a big one, I think.
We're going to be back here in the building. Looking forward to that one, Joey. Hey, congratulations. 2 big goals tonight. Who do you want to shout out for your MVP performance?
I just want to thank the man above for putting me this opportunity. My family, my brothers, teammates, coaches. Thank you for all of them for coming out, all my fans too. Thank you for supporting us.
That is your MVP presented by John Pavlansky of Dream Home Realty.
Supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank!
American Homestead Exteriors, a father and daughter team right here in Mansfield. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters. Done right. No stress, no hidden fees. That's hard work, honest results.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Happy Halloween.
Back here with your post-game coverage presented by Charter Next Generation. Awesome match here tonight, 2-1. Madison ends up on top, but Lexington, you knew that they were going to play until the final whistle. They did. They get a late goal. They make things pretty interesting, but those two big-time scores tonight by our MVP, Joey Walker, put the game on ice. And the second one, must have been getting cold down there. Fantastic celebration, even better goal, and an awesome interview as well. So it's hard not to root for this Rams team, and as they move forward now and they're into the district championship with these 11 seniors in the entire starting lineup, all comprised of kids that are in their senior year, I think that it's definitely going to be one of the rooting interests in Division III throughout the entire course of the state. Very interested to see how they do coming up here in their next match. But we'll show you now the final stats of the game. 16 total shots here tonight for the Rams. They have 10 more here for Lexington, and they even turn up the juice in terms of that time of possession there in the second half. They were dynamic in so many different aspects of the game, and you got to credit Lexington too. They had a solid game plan. I thought Roy Glass was in solid positioning more often than not. Obviously, Lautzenhiser, our player spotlight tonight, super physical. Ashton Boyce put a few great licks on balls to try to hook up some of his teammates and send them into positions to score off of those set pieces, but just weren't able to capitalize there early in the game, and I think that that's more to do with the Madison defense than it was the Lexington offense. Jerry Wirtz didn't have to do a lot here tonight, only had 3 save attempts, but that back line headlined by Jordan Clark. That kid is the real deal. Ashton Taylor, Carter Branham, all the boys that help Randy Jamison, obviously, the two bros, Joey Walker, and then everything that Julius brings to the table. They're special athletes, but it's an entire team here, and that's why they are moving on into the next round. Here's what's next. Southview in the district final now for Madison. Lexington packs their bags. They will head home. 7 victories on the year, 1 less than they had a season ago, and they will say goodbye to 8 different seniors. Luke McGowan will be lost to graduation along with Cohen Lautzenhiser. We'll also see Ashton Boyce, Carter Downs, Grant Hebel, Chase Tridico, Blake Morrison will all be lost along with, well, that is the full 8 seniors. So kudos to Coach Tim, the team, for making it out here again to the districts. They have been the most consistent program for the gentlemen in North Central Ohio, period, for more than 2 decades running. But this year, this time, is about the Rams, and certainly feel like they've got the goods to keep this thing moving forward for a lot longer than just a district championship run, which would be their first in 25 seasons. That's going to wrap things up here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Got to give one last shout out to all of our generous sponsors. We're not here. We're not live. We are not free to fans without generous contributions from each of the sponsors that are circling right now through the lower third right there. You see Mechanics Bank. They've been with us since day one. Shout out to Avita Home Health and Hospice, American Homestead Exteriors, Directions Credit Union, John Pavlansky, Barrister Title Group, and Charter Next Gen. For Justin Wilson, my camera guy, I am Brian Skowronski, along with everybody back at OH Report World Headquarters, saying so long for now, but we will see you guys on a ton of live streams tomorrow and every other day this week. Districts are here, playoffs are here, and we are the future of local sports.